Hey guys, welcome back to channel Positive Window Cleaning, and this is week number 38 of our 100K journey of 2024. Wow, what a awesome week last week was. And now I'm back in LA, had quite a few jobs, and let's just kind of get straight into it. And also too, at the end, I'm going to kind of talk about this guy right here, the Micro Destroyer. I don't know if you guys can see it or not. I was able to try it out a little bit today, but that's for today's job. But yeah, let's just get straight into it. So this week we had a few jobs, and the first job that we had this week, it's kind of a returning client. They have been like a client since I think when I first started the business. They've been with us, and it's just been nice to be able to service them for this long. They're super nice. They have a dog too it's nice to see, like just over the years it growing up and everything like that. It's just so nice to see that. But yeah, really simple job, really nice, and yeah, it was just so smooth, and overall it was just like so nice. My wife did the inside, I did the outside, and what was really cool is that in the past normally the windows are closed, but in this case it left all the windows open, so it was nice because I was able to, you know, do both sides of the window from the downstairs, and it was just really easy for my wife too, so that she didn't have to do all the inside windows. But overall it was just very nice to just be able to service that house. I kind of know the ins and outs of it, so I already know where to, like, you know, set up my system and everything like that. You kind of get into the swing of things once you kind of get into doing a house, but if you already did a house over and over again, it's just so nice to just, you know, make it that much easier, I guess. So yeah, so overall that house we charged $400, and they're very happy with the results, and yeah, it was just very easy. Like I said, it was just so nice just to do houses that you've done in the past, and, you know, super cool clients, and they really trust our work, and once we were done, you're good to go. So it was really nice on that end. So anyway, so then the second job of this week, we ended up, this one I went by myself. It was a really cool client. It was just solar panels and outside windows. I did a couple of inside windows too, but yeah, so that one was just, you know, just all the outside with just a couple of the inside windows, and they had quite a few solar panels, and so we ended up taking care of that too. So when it comes to doing a job like that, I like to do the solar panels first, then from there, once it's already done, sometimes the water kind of goes on the windows. This case it didn't. Went out there, I ended up just doing all the outside windows, did a few windows on the inside. Very easy. And one thing I kind of wanted to like bring up with you guys, you know, once you get kind of in this line of business, you know, sometimes you might kind of get into like the habit of saying certain things, but just always, I'm just saying this from like what happened in this case. Really nice customer, very nice individual. The reason why I'm saying this is because she ended up wanting to see how I took off the screens, right? And she was like in a meeting and stuff, so I was on the outside taking off all the screens. Like I said, I have do I have it? And the good thing I do, I use this, you know, to like kind of open the screens from the side, from the outside, so I don't have to go inside, you know, to bother her meeting. So I just kind of did everything from the outside. So she came out and she's like, oh, I want to see how you take off the screens. I'm like, oh, don't worry about it, I've been doing this for like 10 years. And she's like, that's what all my contractors say, stuff like that. I just want to double check. And then I was like, oh, I'm so sorry, like I didn't mean to come off that way. So the reason why I'm saying that is because sometimes, even though you might say that to a lot of people, to be honest, if I say that to like 9 times out of 10, people are just like, oh yeah, I get your point, because sometimes they might see that you might be young, or you might not seem like you know what you're doing, even though you might know what you're doing. But when she said that, I was like, oh no, I did not try to mean to be offensive at all. And she was like, no, I just wanted to see your work. I was like, okay, no problem. So I just did like another one right on the side, and she's like, oh, okay, you're not like bending the screen. I said, no, you do the pressure point here. She wanted me to do the tabs, and she's like, oh, the tabs are from the inside. And I said, oh yeah, not a problem, I just use this. And she's like, oh, okay, because I got worried that you were like popping open my screen for like going through the screen. I was like, no. So again, I'm just saying, this experience, super cool client, really cool client, and just again, sometimes we might get into the swing of things, but just always remember that sometimes we might say something even though most people might agree with. They might, you know, kind of not take offense, but, you know, they might just be a little worried on the work that you're doing. So just keep that in mind. But again, super cool client, was able to do all her windows and everything like that, and her solar panels. So all in all, that job became $535. So before we go into today's this job, I just want to thank this week's sponsor, Project to Payment. Now, Project Payment is an awesome business management tool that I literally use every single day. Has a lot of new features coming up. I can't say too much about it, but I'm really excited when those features do come out. But I do want you guys to try out Project Payment. You know, it's 3 months free. You go in, you sign up, and then from there, after that's $20 a month. Just makes your life so much easier. Like this week, I have everything here on my phone. So essentially, like I just, you know, do the job, get their information, do the job, give them their receipt, and from there they have, you know, record of the job, and then from there I come into the app and then I know how much I made this week. So it makes things so much easier. So again, if you guys want to try it out, you get 3 free months if you use my link in the description down below, and so you guys can try that out for yourself. So thank you so much, Project Payment, for sponsoring this week's video. So now today's job, like I said, we didn't have a lot of work this week, but I did do a video on the Micro Destroyer. So if you guys want to check that video out, if you haven't already, but it's an awesome pole. I mean, I'm gonna have a full review on it, but I will say though that it is heavier than the ultralight. So when I was using it today, I was like, man, my shoulders feel a little bit more like tired, and you know, it's really good. When I don't know how to explain it the best, but like it was a 1-story house that I did today, and I'm excited to use it, you know, and come to find out, like my hosing here is like almost like really dark. So when I got the new one, it's like neon green, and it's like, oh wow, you know, this is like really dirty. But yeah, no, I tried it out, and man, it was really cool. Like when there was a couple of bushes in this house, and man, this was like perfect. You know, like I don't know how to describe it, but like just the bend on it is like super stiff. Of course, I'm on 1 story, but just that like little angle, I can definitely tell the difference between like the ultralight and this one. It's not like oh man, like super obvious, but you can really feel when you're doing the window like how much of a difference it makes. But anyways, yeah, so I did all the outside of this house, and I just disconnected this and then put on the new pole, because as you know, when if you guys saw the video, this pole comes with a nylon with blower's hair, but in this case, you know, I just swapped it out. It already has a univalve in it, so there was no point for me to like just dismantle everything, just pretty much swap it. So that's a pretty cool thing too. When you get a new pole, you can just swap, you know, the head and the brush, and then hopefully have the univalve already installed. Makes life so much easier. But yeah, but awesome pole. But anyways, this job I should talk about. Very nice. Come to find out, my wrap does work. So at the very end of the job, they're like, hey Andy, you know, I just want to let you know that your wrap, when you were passing by in the neighborhood, I saw your car and I got your information. That's how I contacted you. So the wrap does work. As I know so far, I think for sure 2 maybe, but I don't know, like for sure 2 I should say, but I don't know if like there was a 3rd one. I'm just like blanking out right now, but for sure 2 that I got because of the wrap. So it's already paying itself off already, and yeah, so but anyways, the job itself was super easy. It was a cookie cutter. Best job ever, because the screens were on the inside. So because I didn't do inside, it just made life so much easier. I just went around, and yeah, yeah, a lot of things were happening, and oh, this day is gonna pass by right now. But yeah, it was just very nice just to like know that like this house was just so straightforward, very easy, and yeah, I just went all the way around, and had to get some extra tubing. I wasn't able to go completely all the way around, but instead of trying to take the hosing all the way to the other side of the house, I just put some extra tubing, was able to just reach it. I was almost there, but I got a little bit of tubing. Actually, the one that came with this pole, I was able to put it on as that extension, but that 40 feet I should say. But yeah, it was just really cool. But man, this pole really, it's an awesome pole. I mean, like I feel like now I'm more prepared for like any job now. Now I have like my Pro Basic, that's, you know, I use a lot for like inside windows that are like 2 stories, and then I have my ultralight. I feel like the ultralight is gonna still kind of be like my go-to, like kind of, you know, the easier in that sense. But this one, I feel like if there's like a lot of bushes, a lot of things that are kind of in my way, I feel like this is gonna be like my best friend. Because yeah, like even though it was a little bit heavier, I feel like, you know, even though my shoulders were like, oh, you know, it's a little heavy, it just made so much of a difference. Like when I was going, there was not a lot of flex on it, so actually it kind of saved my shoulders a little bit. But it's an awesome pole, I must agree with. It's definitely worth the price, but at the same time, yeah, it just made yeah, it's just yeah. I mean, I'll have a full review. I'm gonna try maybe like in the future try to have like my GoPro and kind of just show that like a POV type of thing. I just need to find someone that I can do that with, because of course, as you guys know, I can't just, you know, start recording at any house. You know, I have to ask for permission, and obviously too, if it's their first time, it's kind of weird. Hey, can I do your windows, you know, with my GoPro? So can I record at your house? So but yes, hopefully soon I'll be able to do something like that. But anyways, so that's kind of our week this week. So in that job we made 360 bucks, so that was very straightforward. So how much did we make this week? This week we made $1,295. So kind of like on a slower end, we only had a few jobs, but next week I have another couple of jobs. We were possibly gonna have 2 jobs this week, but it looks like it's gonna be pushed to next week, so we could have had more work. But at least next week's week is getting kind of full. So but yeah, the holidays are coming up, a lot of people are calling, and yeah, it's just great. And you know, I'm just want to say thanks again to WCR for giving me this pole. Really, I really appreciate it a lot. And yeah, it just makes now my whole arsenal, if that makes sense, of tools just that much easier. And also I can give you guys a better like overview of like, just to be real when it comes to the poles, just because, you know, I know that when I first started, you know, I didn't know like which pole was what, so I kind of want to give you my perspective if I was in your shoes, if that makes sense, of like how the poles are. And so but I still agree that if you were going to get a pole, like especially if you're going to go on the micro end side of things, get the micro basic, you know, the basic one, use that. I had that for like 2-3 years. I don't really remember it correctly. Once we saved up money, then I got the ultralight, and then from there I got the destroyer. Now if you get the Pro Basic, then like let's say you get like a really high job, like multi-level, then I would say skip the ultralight and get this. But like I would say most times, I would say if you're gonna go up when it comes to poles, just get the micro basic, you know, save a lot of money. And then from there, if you want to progress, you have that option. You know, I don't want you guys to get a really expensive pole and then not have enough to get like a hose reel and all that other stuff like the univalve. I want you guys to succeed with the best bang for your buck, if that makes sense. So that's what I would recommend. And also too, there is a sale this week, this weekend I should say, 15% off on the whole website. So if you want to buy a pole or a system or anything like that, you know, feel free to reach out to me, 626-545-3132, and or you could just use one of my links too in that sense. And you know, I can always help you out when you want to have a specific pole, or if you're looking to a specific pole or a system, I can help you that in that way too. But yeah, it's just yeah, now it's getting really cold here. That's another thing too. This is actually pretty cool, the fin print shirts, that now like it's getting colder, I don't have to like worry about wearing a sweater. This kind of helps a little bit. But yeah, so I mean, there's a lot, hopefully. And oh, how can I forget, so I thanks to you guys, I should say, you know, placing orders through me and everything like that. Like I said, it helps the channel out a lot. I kind of was hinting about it in my WCR visit, but so I ended up saving some money, and my wife and I ended up pulling the trigger and buying a Atom, the little small water-fed system, a multi-stage system. We ended up buying that with our own money and everything like that. And you know, I really want to show you guys, like, you know, like kind of give back to you guys in a sense. I want to show you guys like how to set up a system if you were thinking about buying a system, how it is. Remember, I'm kind of like, if I can kind of like pass this on to you in a sense that, you know, I'm more of the micro, smaller end of like these multi-stage, these poles and all that, because I have a small bed. So my bed is very small, it's like 4.5 feet. So these micros are like barely fitting. Like sometimes if you just don't pull it in all the way, like if it gets stuck somewhere, the what do you call it, the door, okay, the bed thing door doesn't close all the way, so that kind of sucks. But like when you get it perfectly, it closes, so it shows you how much space that I have. And also too, with the X2, awesome, I don't regret buying it. The only thing is that it kind of goes like across my bed, so it kind of wastes a couple, like some parts of my bed of space, if that makes sense. It wastes space. So now with the Atom, I can now slide it in, make it, you know, do an unboxing and a review on that. But because I only do like 1 or 2 stories, I don't really do that much 3 or up. But when I do, I have the X2 to do that for me. But yeah, I was hoping that I was going to get it today. It was supposed to arrive today on Friday, but UPS, for whatever reason, they just kind of like delayed it a little bit, so now it's going to come by next week. So hopefully next week's video I can talk more about it. I'll probably have a video about that too, and I'm really excited about it because, yeah, I mean, like I said, not that I don't like the X2, it just takes too much space. I just want to have, you know, more space so I can have like all this stuff that's in this back seats emptied. So you know, so overall to make things a little bit easier for us. And so but yeah, so anyway, so that's going to be exciting. Next week I'm looking forward to getting my system, so let's see when it comes. But anyways, if you guys made it this far, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you guys next week. All right, bye.